here on deck 12, you have the sky ride and the ropes course. This is the sky ride. And over here is the ropes course. And then they have a couple more mini golf holes up here on deck 12. The rest of them are down below on deck 11. But as you can see, the ropes course is quite high off the ground. We did it yesterday. It was a lot of fun, but it's pretty high up there. You're on deck 11 now, and you'll see mini golf and the sports area with all the games and table games and stuff. They have pool, they got cornhole, foosball, and then in here they have the clubhouse. This one's soccer pool. So it's just little soccer balls. They have a bowling arcade game, ping pong. There's a map of our location. And it's air conditioned in there, so if it's hot, it's a nice place to get away. Also on 11 is the jogging track. I try to make sure I stay out of the way of the people actually exercising. Back here you have the basketball court. And they have some exercise equipment back here on deck 11 as well. It's kind of cool. Aft of the ship, you have deck 10 is where the pool and the hot tubs are. Deck 11 is right above that. You can see the smoking area over there on that side. One of my favorite views from the ship is the aft. There's the hot tub, Tides Bar. That's a pizzeria. That one's included. It's open from 11 a.m. till 4 a.m. The seafood shack is an upcharge. Never tried it. Food looks pretty good. And then this is the Lido Marketplace. This is the back of the buffet.
Yes, sir. 1 second. There we go. The ham. That's what we're having.
Drink station. Those are your free drinks. Ice cream machines, those are very important. Blue Iguana Cantina is setting up for breakfast right now. They do huevos rancheros and breakfast burritos. At lunch they do tacos and burritos. That's all included. And then on this side, on deck 10, you have Guy's Burger. They're open for lunch, also included. Then you have the Lido Pool. And then up on deck 12, at the front of the ship, you have the splash pad and the water slides. On the Lido though, you have the Red Frog Rum Bar and the Blue Iguana Tequila Bar. And the Towel Hut. Good morning. That's where you check out your towels for the pool deck. You have to use your card to check them out. You have to use your card to check the towels out, and you have to use your card to check the towels back in, or they bill you for them. So you make sure you do that. Coming into the Atrium, you have the Atrium bar. Guest services and the shore excursion desk are all down here.
I'm sorry, there's no one else. Just make a line here and I can help you right away.
That's the shortest line you'll see for the guest services desk. Over here is the shore excursion desk. And the internet cafe if you need to use a computer. The atrium is open on deck 3 is the main atrium, 4, and then it's also open on 5. There's shops on 4 and 5. Also down here is the vista dining room, where if you're have a scheduled dining time, this is where you'll eat, is the vista dining room. They typically have music set up right here for the atrium. The Vista has a lot of seating in the atrium. Some of the ships do not. This one's very nice. Lots of seating. There's your duty-free shop. Alcohol, tobacco, all tax-free to a certain point, and then you have to declare it and pay the taxes. Right now everything's decorated for Halloween. On deck 4 and 5, up in the front here, you have the liquid lounge. Some more shops. The bottom level of the liquid lounge is on 4. We watched the Club VIP show from the Playlist Productions last night. It was very good. Soul Train music. It was entertaining. It's always hit and miss with Playlist Productions. Some shows are better than others. Sunglass Hut type store. And then back around here to the atrium. Let's go check out the rest of deck 4, and then we'll come back across and I'll show you deck 5. Okay, just off the atrium is the casino on deck 4. I never go in here. We're from Nevada. I'm immune to casinos. But it looks nice. Lots of different games, slots, table games. Once you come out of the casino on deck 4, down there is Club 02. That's the team club. Right here you have the Skybox, which is the sports bar. The Skybox has been packed this cruise, between the football and the baseball playoffs right now. This is the art gallery on deck 4. the Limelight Lounge. It's the comedy club, nightclub. The comedy club's pretty good. I'm usually in bed before it turns into a nightclub, so I don't know. I haven't been in here. It was a fun place to hang out. And then past the Limelight Lounge, down here is on deck 4, the Horizons restaurant. This is the anytime dining restaurant. This is where they do sea day brunch and anytime dining for dinner. It's also on deck 3. See if we can go in here and show you. It's a nice dining room. I think they're getting ready to set it up for breakfast right now. This is where we've been eating dinner at night. We love the main dining room. Always some good food choices. So, I don't care for the buffet. I prefer the main dining room. That's just my personal preference. Down this hall you have one of the exits for the Limelight Lounge. On deck 5, at the back of the ship, you have the Havana Club and the Havana Bar. It's right back here. And then you come out and you have the Ocean Plaza and Java Blue Cafe, which is always packed this time of morning. Also out on deck 5 is where Guy's Pig and Anchor Barbecue is on sea days. So you can get some of that. Just past the Java Blue Cafe, you can see the Pixels Gallery here, and it continues down for a good portion of this deck 5 area. And then right in between is the Red Frog Brewery. Some good beer, good drinks, nice atmosphere. I wish they did more live music in there. And then right up ahead, past the Pixels Gallery, is Bonsai Sushi and the Alchemy Bar.
Pokoknya pang satu lembu pang makejang bakadang area ni ketuk kena.
This is the library. They actually do board games in here. There's books in here to read, It's a very quiet place if you need somewhere quiet. It's very nice. Across the hall from that, on the other hand, is the piano bar. Always a fun night in the piano bar. I'll put up some videos of our nights at the piano bar. We go in there most nights. We go into the piano bar. If you continue down on deck 5 and come back to the atrium, and more shops. So you have Effie, which is the jewelry store, the watch store, and then down a little further is the fragrances. And then on deck 5 also is the top level of the Liquid Lounge. Right out those doors is the outside deck area that runs the full length of the ship on both sides. Out that side is the smoking area at the front of the ship. Another entrance to the Liquid Lounge. And then this is the Carnival shop. They have purses and stuff, but they also have all the Carnival merchandise in here. Shirts, hats, anything Carnival themed, with their brand on it, with their name on it, is going to be in that shop. And then cherry on top, candy store, all that. On this one they have actually have an ice cream bar in there too. My wife and son are gonna try that out today at some point. And that's the basics of it. The spa on this ship is on deck 12 and 14, and then deck 15 forward is the Serenity deck. I'll take some video up there later today or something, but it's a nice ship. I like the vista. It's very much similar to the Panorama, but I like the seating a lot better. They have more seating than the Panorama had. And that's it for the ship tour.